Okay, students, this is from Studies Weekly, and I want you to get your Studies Weekly paper and follow along with me. And if not, you can just follow along in this video if you don't have one available. But this is the article called How Do I Read a Map? So follow along with me as I read here and show you a few of the things that I want you to know about maps. Okay, maps can tell you a whole lot about the world. They show you which direction to travel and how to find an unknown place. But wouldn't you like to know how high the mountains are around you? And just where are those lakes and railroads? If you want to know all of that and more, maps are for you. These map functions will help you read a map. Take a look here at the scale. On a map, you'll often see 1 inch equals 1 mile. That means 1 inch on the map represents 1 mile of the land around you. Easy, huh? Now check it out. The scale here is a scale in feet, and you can see that this amount right here from 0 to 100 feet, and then the whole thing would be 200 feet. The scale on each map can be very, very different. So let's take a look here, shall we? So we're going to go right here, and we're going to look using the scale from this bicycle right over here, and we're going to go down to this hospital. So take a look here as we go across. We're going across one section, two, three, four, and then we're going to go down from here to here. So there's 5 total sections. So what does that mean? If there are 5 total sections, well, then what does that mean? That means it's going to be 5 groups of 100. So it's going to be 500 feet between the playground and the hospital, right? So 500 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 feet. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, there we go. And now let's take a look here. Let me clear the screen. And now let's take a look at the next part. The next part is the legend. What do those little pictures or symbols on a map mean? The legend is a box, usually in the corner of the map, and it lists the symbols and then tells what they mean. So take a look. This time the legend is labeled as the key. Okay, so you can see that this symbol is the hospital and it's right here. The fire station has this symbol and it is right up here. The playground is the bicycle and it's way up here. Okay, the school has these 2 people walking together and that's right here. The house has this picture and it's right here, and the lake is down here. Okay, so that is what the legend can help you figure out what the different symbols on a map mean. Now take a look at the next part. The next part is the grid. Many maps are arranged on a grid. See the lines going up and down and the sides of the map, right? See the lines going up and down the sides of the map. There are more lines at the top and bottom. Those grid lines help you locate places on the map. Grids have letters along the sides and numbers across the top and bottom. So take a look. The school is at D2, right? D2. Okay? Or you can call it 2 and then D, right? Usually you would use, I guess, the x-axis before you use the y-axis. You would call it 2D. Whereas the firehouse is at 7C, okay? And the home is at 9D. All right, so think for a minute and everybody see if you can figure out where is the playground at and where is the lake at? What grid points are the playground and the lake at? I'll give you a moment. Think about it for a second. And if you said that the playground is at 1A, you are correct. And the lake is at 6E. The lake is at 6E. You would be correct. Okay? And finally, take a look here at the index. It says to use the grid to find a location, go to the map's index. The index lists locations with a letter and a number for each location. Find the spot on the map where the letter and number cross. Now you know where to look for your location. So an index, they don't have one here on this lesson, but it would be a spot where it would tell you where certain things are and what grid points to look at. So if you wanted to know where the hospital was, the index would tell you to look at 5B. That's the idea with an index. Okay? One more thing you should notice here is this compass rose. Okay, the compass rose tells you the cardinal directions on a map. So north is up, east is to the right, south is down, and west is to the left on this map. So you should always locate a compass rose so you know which direction things are on a map as well. So I hope you found this particular lesson helpful, and I would like to encourage you to watch the video on Studies Weekly as well. And to learn more about maps, ask your parents if they have a map sitting around the house. Okay, bye.